Alright, what's up everybody? This is Storm from Storm and Blackbird, and welcome to Doki Literature Club. So, why this game? Why the hell am I playing this? So, this is relatively new on Steam, minus the early access of course, and I've heard nothing but praise from it. And the game's for free. You don't hear that anywhere. A game for free or receiving praise. We'll just see about how difficult this game is when you're a game journalist, but I have heard a lot of other things about this game, but I am very, very spoiler free. So all I know about this game is that we're in a literature club, and that's it. We've got 4 heroines going on here. I am very positive they just copy and pasted this face and this one. There is no... You can make it... I think this is just mirrored. I think we'll have a close call on the art style here. Alright, so I have no clue about putting the chat here or the spinning logo there or the Twitter there. We're just gonna go in-game and then I'll adjust it from there. That's how new I am in this game as well. Anything from help? Oh, it's just a PDF file. I see, okay. Please enter your name. Pretty sure that's the main character's name. Right, there's no other name than Storm, right? Let's take care of that. Okay, so... yeah, the logo, the spinning logo seems to fit there, but I can already see what's happening with the Twitter, so let's move that somewhere else. Somewhere else. That should do it. Maybe a little bit outside of it. That should do it. Okay, I'll hope. Oh, microphone is at red. So if I'm too loud, just say so. Otherwise, I can decrease my voice if the in-game audio is loud. Tell me as well. Whoopsies. So this looks like a nice neighborhood. So. I hope they can dub these characters correctly. Let's take a chance, shall we? I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Right, so Japanese names, I never remember them, so I'm just gonna write their names somewhere in this notepad that I have. So, Sayori. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works. Out of because you've known each other for so long, right? We used to walk together to school together on days like this, but starting around high school we would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Okay, it's this one. Let's see. Short... pink. That should do it. Oh yeah, I have one hand free the whole time, so I might as well eat my watermelon while I'm at it. Watermelons are going to be expensive in the winter. Might as well store them up. Okay, so how am I gonna dub this one? Male characters are no problem. This is a total different level. So here we go. Ah! Oh god, this is gonna be terrifying. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Storm. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, and I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Typical rhetoric right there. Fine, fine, but you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Hehehe. I am never a fan of these childhood characters. There's no way I'm gonna relate myself to that. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Storm, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? Probably with no way, drunken state. I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me worry about you. Alright. I'll look up at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess saying her worries so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. That was fast. I guess we're just walking to school. Well, another watermelon for me. That's essentially free water. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. Wow, it's even quicker than I thought it would. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Oh man, talk about giving me a break here. Clubs. Sawyer wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello, Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought... you know... Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Ooh, vice president. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. Oh god. This is going to be a car wreck, isn't it? And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. New name. This one is Natsuki. Okay, where would that be? Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell Sayori if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, alright? Yay, let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1, welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Girl 2. For a second I thought it was Sayori, but what? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Damn, 2 big ones, okay. Ah, Storm, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. I hear that statement in some other places. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Well, what kind of expectation did I have, huh? Bookworms, whatever. More melon break. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. That's the one, okay. Short pink. Wait, I already have the description. Now I'll use it anyway. Short pink. Quite surprising that 2 characters are literally the same. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Wait, she's taller than her? Wait. That's surprising. I thought these 2 would be short. Okay. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Very sure that's this one. Okay. Yuri Gagarin. Okay. Tall. What the hell is that called? Prussian blue? Blue. In the cover it's just there's no other blue, so I might as well use blue. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. I'm pretty sure she is the only one who is interested in literature by the looks of it. Or who knows. Wait, is this supposed to be a literature club? Where's the library or something? Well, it's nice to meet both of you. Ah, it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. Oh, we know her already. Okay. Hopefully the last one. Monica. That is tall. And that's red? It's a redhead, right? It's more redder than Sayori, so I might as well go with red. Yeah. Storm is playing anime. I've heard nothing but praise about this game, and this game is the only one that's for over 13-year-olds and has no sexual content. So this is obviously something that there's more behind what this is. And it also has psychological horror in the genre. So I am very tempted to know what is behind that. You see, no bookshelf. The club is a scam. No, I've been bait. No, that's right. It's great to see you again, Storm. Monika smiles sweetly. Oh god. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. I got jebaited. Yeah, I've been tempted by a cupcake, and now I'm here being forced to see a club. Probably desperate to find club members or something. I don't know how the limit is for having club members in there in Japan. Watermelon break. Why I do this? Because there is not that many visual novels out there that I am not spoiled over, with psychological horror on the list. I'm hearing nothing but praise about this game. Yeah, Altis, what the fuck? Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so generously feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Storm. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. There is chair everywhere. We made room for you at the table. There is many tables I could sit on. Don't spoil. I'm not even. I'm pretty sure you're further than me, Altis. Don't worry. You can just tune out after I, you know, go to those scenes that might happen, or it's going to happen. Who knows what will happen though? I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. I see. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! You're a simple man, you see skirts, you click. This was different. What, you thought I was gonna wear a skirt? Maybe I am. I don't think there's an image of the protagonist. Of me? Is there? Let's see. Okay, yeah, there's nothing much in the options anyway. No. Clicking every button there is on my mouse. Yeah, I guess I can't see myself. Who knows? Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. Ooh, so cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first and Monika. I follow. You think the only horror in this visual is reading poems. Oh, I'm excited to read more poems that I never know about. I only know German literature, so I'm pretty sure... No. It's not a literature club without German literature. There is absolutely going to be a lot of them here. I expect it. So it's delicious. Sarah talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my directions. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Speaking of tasting things, I might as well just examine the same thing while eating a watermelon. Watermelon's better than your freaking cupcake. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I made it for you. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for, you know, you, dummy. Alright, Baka. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Yep, she is the only one doing literature. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. I'm pretty sure she is the most mysterious one out of those four. There is no denying that. Out of past experience, I know the darkest haired girl is the most mysterious one. You told me not to trust tags on Steam. You forgot that YouTube doesn't let you type angry Pac-Mans. Well, you know, I read the spoiler-free comments, and there is no denying that the tags on this game is true. It's not one of those you felt the same about her. Yep. Just like on Katawa Shoujo, I'm pretty sure that was a wild ride with the darkest haired girl. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid to answer this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori really seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Ooh. Oh, I forgot to do something here. Politicking. Must be sucking a lot of teacher dick. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Yeah, I can get a really pain in the ass. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Ooh, such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Storm, what kind of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can't change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Ah, one of those. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yura goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. It's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immense me as well. Oh, okay. Now we have something in common. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you off for a loop? Also like Games of Thrones. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Now that's good. But how do you read horror? How's that supposed to work? I read a horror book once. The hell, I too. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. No, really, the only horror book I've ever read is the one I wrote for school in the past. That was something. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. She's looking at the poor soul that's playing this game just to find the psychological horror in this. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Do you still have that... Do I still have that thing I wrote? Oh, that horror story? I'm pretty sure I gave it to the teacher and that was it. I think I've never seen it again, just like a lot of things I've written ever. But it was, I can't remember what I wrote either. I think it was about some kind of haunted house in a forest. And you being an explorer and something. I think the end result was pretty nice to know. What was it? I think the end result was something about past memories coming back, once forgotten, stolen, and then you get your memories back. This house was the house you killed everyone in. Ah, that was sweet, right? Oh boy. Well, what? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Does this game contain nudity? No, the tags don't say that. And as of YouTube would allow me to post that. Don't say it out loud and give it that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Saori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. I'm sorry, where'd you find this? I think I just opened Steam, just looked at the catalog, and then saw a free game. And then I always look at the free games just to see how much quality they have. And this was... there is something you can find here. This is a game that has no nudity, but it's for teens. And I tried to find the reason why, and then I found the tag psychological horror. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. So, it's not often a visual novel is over for a rated T, but it does not have sexual content, which is quite surprising there. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. What the hell kind of club is this? Imagine a video game club, and everyone's making their own games. Altus makes his own map, big ass. Who else can we say? Masters in the same room makes it. Well, he makes sure it looks like he's working on it, but he's just telling everyone to work on the map, and then he gets the files, and it looks like he's working on it. Then there's Haige working with his game. Then there's Matt working on everything, paying voice actors. And then all 3 hours of club meeting, no one shares information. This is exactly it. This is exactly what it looks like. I'm great at voice acting. I should voice act on hentai shows instead of future Halo projects. I have already filed applications to lots of voice acting sites. They never found me that good, actually. Whatever. It's the sad part. I'm pretty sure the ones who got accepted or will get accepted are much better than me. There's no denying. You hear the professional ones, they're on a whole another level than me. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. You serious? The next time we meet, we'll share all of them with each other. That way everyone is even. This is what Altus meant when reading poems. That's the horror? Oh, time for a watermelon break. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get all a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. I have not accepted to be in this club yet. Isn't that right, Storm? No, Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Oh, hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayer may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made my decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and oh god. Which one was me in the VR scene? Only me and Blackbird ever held the camera, but in Gamescom only I held the camera. There you go. I even said in the video that I did not want anyone to hold the camera for me. Actually, poems are pretty interesting in this. You like how they reflect each girl's personality. Sweet. That is exactly what my teacher said to me when I gave that horror story to that teacher. She told everyone how writing stories reflects someone's personality, and she never told mine. Actually, she never told anyone's. I guess that's a nice scapegoat. I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry. I thought. Storm. Yeah, you all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls even light up. GG. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a bit. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay everyone, I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next morning, so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Storm, I look forward to seeing how you impress yourself. Oh my. You all know something though, I'm not Harry, or am I? Let's see. I only shaved before Gamescom, and that's the last time. Winter's coming up, so I might as well need my fur or something. Harry to the bone right here. Yeah, it's not like I'm going into beauty pageants or something. Base building in Fallout while watching this in second screen. It's getting spooky with Fallout, but this will carry you through. Can I really impress the class? Star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Storm, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Base building in Fallout 4 is pretty resident sleeper. Pretty... Not that I played a lot of Fallout 4, but... buildings. Inside FPS there's nothing better than that. Except in third person mode. What happened to that, Silent Hill? That's right, Sawyer and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! And for another watermelon break. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps... How does this look in this stream? Is her face covered? Yeah, it is. Okay, let me improvise that. I'm gonna put this away and put the chat down here instead, because this looks... This is Tetris at its best. Okay, this must be the face area. And I don't think that the Twitter is doing anything wrong. I might as well put it on top. Like something like that. That should work. Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Wait, what? Write a poem? Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. My favorite club member? Are you kidding me? That's way too early. A lot of Spanish people joined this empty server you were in and you said bye pendejos as you left the game. At least it's pendejos and not putos. They're friendly people then. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Really? Infulgent. You like the girl of the blue ribbon. Blue ribbon, whoa. There was someone with blue ribbons. I can't see it this way. There are three of them here. Is that a blue ribbon? I'm pretty sure. Okay. So, if I can follow what my teacher said millions of years ago, my personality comes from the way I write stories. So I'm guessing I really do like horror stories. So I might as well go with that. Let's see. Roses are red, grass are greener. When I think about you, I play with my wiener. That is not a poem, I think. But how would that actually impress? Who the hell would that impress? Yeah, if it were me, I'd say roses are red, grass is greener. I'll pick the best German sausage. I think it's the wiener. For those who don't know, a wiener is sausage from Vienna in Austria. So it's really funny when a tourist comes into Germany and asks if they want to taste Wiener, because they think it's one of the best German sausages. We just button our heads. That's an Austrian sausage. They're just saying Austria's not part of Germany unless Anschluss. But Jesus. So what we have here, 1 out of 20. So I'm gonna pick words that I like. Infulgent, unrequited, heartbeat, sing, unrestrained, meager, hopeless, sensation, vivid, heaven sent. Are these words I'm gonna be using, or are these basically? Is this basically what I'm gonna write about? Might as well go with hopeless then, because that's Danganronpa class. Fickle, vibrant, flee, daydream, misfortune, aura, lollipop, playground, fireflies, death. Likely. Smile, promise, embrace, childhood treasure, disarray, unending, feather, sparkle, ambient. Ambient, please. Oh god, excuse me there. Melancholy, anger, charm, prayer, nibble, doki, doki. Puppy, clumsy, question, vacation. What do we have here? What kind of... anger? Ah, I can even erase everything with the right mouse click. Okay. Let's see. Question? That should work. Massacre, climax. Wow, 2 already that I need. Danganronpa doesn't have a massacre though. not the games, that's for sure. Music, disorientated, uncanny, bunny, infallible, raincloud, waterfall, philosophy. Climax, please. One of the questions from your English lessons, what about hot dogs? Apparently Frankfurt means hot dogs. Is that true? Well, in the US, Frankfurters are hot dogs, but here in Germany, Frankfurters are just sausages. You will never find hot dogs here, that's for sure. The only hot dogs you'll find here is in the discounters, where it's labeled hot dogs, and then there's a gigantic American flag on the cover, so there's that. Pretty sure... I mean, I've heard of this one scandal last week that there was... what was the place called? Somewhere near somewhere near Gdansk in Poland. So, somewhere in the coast, there is this kebab place where you can buy döner, dürüm, any, like the typical kebab stuff, and then someone ordered kebab, and then what did he get? He didn't get any kebab meat, but he got hot dog in his wrap, so that was funny. How the hell does that even happen? What's the difference between sausages and hot dogs? Sausages often is just the meat. Hot dogs is typically the name of the dish, where, you know, sausage, bread, mustard cheese, rusted onions, sauerkraut, whatever. That's the difference. And the sun's behind me again. Okay, explode dream. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, took care of the sun appearing somehow, even though it's cloudy the whole day. So let's see. The music is perfect for do-it-yourself videos. Is that what DIY means? As for a secret enter room for us to see, man. Oh, how many will still find the future? Okay, so... oh god, excuse me. So, explode, dream... wow, excuse me again. Okay, I have no idea what's happening here. I think I ate too much onions. Atone, sunny, color, socks. Heart, universe, loud, peace. What are these suggestions for? You're registering this music for future montage. Guys, I like the soundtrack till now. It's very simple. It's like someone made it with a free software, but it's still good. Let's see. I think I'll go with Atone. Family, tenacious. Ugh. Horror. Oh my, here we go. I don't need to read any one of them. I am writing horror stories. Because that's what I like, apparently. Anime, cheer, despise. Games, hair, marshmallow, friends, incongru... What the hell's that word? Disaster. Incitement, silly. Spinning, melody, jumpy, cage, fluffy, flying, boop. Seriously? That's a word? Determination. Okay, I'll go with determination. Because that's always the... You know, the road to the climax of any horror movie or story. Don't use boop. Thank goodness I didn't. Who the hell would do that? Rose, sweet, parfait. Email, adventure, cry. Pout, agonizing. Analysis, and flower. Agonizing, duh. Party, forgive. Strawberry, precious. Fantasy, cheeks. You mean ass chicks? I'll go with that then. Extreme, ocean, ribbon, tragedy, hurt, bad skirt, lazy lipstick, poof. Is serious? Tragedy, of course. So, fear. Yeah, I guess I'll go with that. Comfort together, covet, scars, entropy, nature unstable, raindrops, whistle. Here it is. Pure fester, beauty extraordinary, shopping, vanilla, secretive, electricity, insight, vertigo. Okay, extraordinary, I guess. Whisper, amazing, portray, incapable, grief, dazzle, sunset, breed, destiny, love. Grief, wonderful, after image, anxiety, shame, sugar, depression. Depression's always good in horror. Time, candy, calm, kitty, contamination, papa, lust, desire, special, pain, fun. These words are exclusively for lonely teenagers. Graveyard, you say? That's totally me. As people would say. I have a green book strap. Skipping suicide. That doesn't happen around my stories. Existence, journey, lucky, misery. Yeah, that's what I like. Hop, defeat, rainbow, laugh, bliss, disown, kiss, jump, frightening. Of course, what other would I pick? Okay, that's the last one. Here's the last one. Chocolate, vitality, infinite dance, giggle, pink, summer passion, empty, bouncy, emptiness. You don't get what these words are for. Apparently I'm writing a poem and those words are, you know, what I'm going to write, like what I'm feeling would it be, something like that. And we're not, I only have one watermelon piece left, I might as well get that chowing. Is this the next day or just came back for some reason? Alright. Hi again, Storm. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Storm. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you don't see the end of it. Well, Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. She's burning everyone, it seems. You can hear the soft watermelon crunch. That means it's wet. Yeah, our watermelons are always that way. But now that winter's coming, I'm pretty sure the last months of watermelons are gonna be sold in a high price. So I hope I can find the right ones. Because I love watermelons, they're way too nutritious. And way too wet. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry guys, Storm always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Ouch. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Oh come, you and Storm can become good friends too. Cleaning my... I wonder how that is supposed to work. Someone just cleaning someone else's room. Other than someone's parent. I mean, what are her parents doing anyway? For that matter. Sayori. Huh? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation you just put me into. Oh, Yuri even bought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Jeez, this is the spoiler breaker here. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. Oh, here we go. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so I should keep your attention. It should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want. Damn, she's getting into that pool where I definitely enjoy this. You guess the objective of this stream is finding out if the game was actually some psychological horror, maybe not. Maybe. It'll take some time though, but it says the game takes like 10 hours. Maybe? You're glad the developers didn't give the girls complicated names so nobody can butcher the names. Indeed. I mean, Monica is probably the not so Japanese name out of there, but yeah, they're really good. They use N, Y, S, and M. Basically, very simple letters to use. Hey, it's S. That's the first letter of Storm. Hey, I see what you did there. Discuss it if you want it. This is. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. And you enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. Have we even read the our poems yet? I'm pretty sure it's about to start. Yuri is COD and Modern Warfare 3 character. And the first man on in space, and Japanese for lesbian, I think. Or was it something else other than that? But, you know, Yuri means a lot of things. New subscribers might think this is Halo Steam because of the cursor. I like that they don't use a custom cursor. I can use the one I always use. Sweet, huh? That doesn't seem to be the case. So Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Again? I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. Really? Is that supposed to happen because I wrote a poem that's almost her taste? But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. Looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be in the first few pages. The hell? You gave me a book you never read either. And you thought I'd like it. The hell is that supposed to mean? Oh crap! I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But it only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. Yuri is from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, like a lot of Russian names. Haha, your name is Yuri, that means lesbian. Suka, you want punch in the face? I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's a book that you gave me, right? I wanted to read some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, and I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Yeah, we'll go with that. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It is a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. So I'm going with Yuri to... Wait, is it? No, wait, did we already... Was the poem stuff about doing this? Is this the spot where all the arrows are going, where all the routes are stuff? No way. I didn't expect it to be that soon. Normally it would be like one day you'll go with this girl first, and then the next day with that, and then you'll decide. And that's where all the routes start. What? This early? I didn't expect. I only went with personal taste of a story. Come on. Well, I guess I won't get to know everyone else's deeper personality, I guess. But well, fine. Here it is. There will be more poems. Okay, so it can change. That's good to hear. But it seems like if I'm going with Yuri too. Looks like it's her that will be first. It seems. Who knows? The book is titled "Portrait of Markov." So you have a Russian name, and you give me a book that has probably the main character is also from Russian etymologically. This is surprising. Plot twist: the game turns out to be a secret preview of the new SpongeBob movie. Hey, here's they're making a new movie of SpongeBob. They're making a new movie of Shrek. Markov. I always thought Makarov would be a great name. Markov, that's new. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Oh shit, it's the Illuminati again. Film of Ace Combat AH. That's an abbreviation I've never heard before. Alright, I just want to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school moves in with her long-lost younger sister. Damn. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets trapped, targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of... That shit's kind of dark, isn't it? Oh, sweet. Play Modern Warfare 3 to Don't Forget Yuri is... Modern Warfare 3 character is Russian. Well, you know, every Russian character is the bad guy in any Call of Duty, right? Except for the newer one. They made us the enemies! That's it! It's time for the Anschluss! We're going to defeat them! Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Storm? Well, there is some action into that, so nah. But hey, I guess there's something I could pick out of that book from. I thought Yuri was gonna say those two sisters do incest. Well, this game isn't gonna be anti at all. Sorry for those who expect this to be sexual. And then afterwards have Storm be banned from YouTube for posting nudity. His drawings are not different anymore. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. Blah. Yeah, excuse me there again. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals and their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you related the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? That's basically a lot of PlayStation 1 RPG games right there. They really challenge people into thinking if you're doing the right thing. That's what most PlayStation 1 RPGs did. And I think we can see the generational mindset of what happens to that. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. At least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Yeah, what did I expect? Halo 1 PC streamer. In their Discord banned for no reason. I'm in their Discord? Did I ever get banned for streaming? Wait, what? A Halo 1 streamer got banned for no reason. Did I ever get banned for streaming? Banned from what though? YouTube? And what? Discord? Am I in there? Huh? Something happened? Didn't expect that thing to work. How does one get banned from streaming Halo anyway? Well then, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Ah, what are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quietly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Wow, am I getting really into this? Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I opened the book and started the prologue. YouTube is weird now, banning random Halo 1 streamers. I better be careful. Even from all of YouTube, like deleting their channels or something? I mean, I can't even monetize any videos just because we swear too much in the videos. I mean, YouTube's voice recognition and voice to text is really good. They can just spot out and see any swear words and then just... I'm already in the blacklist, there's no way I'm gonna make money out of this. And I didn't even plan to. But hey, it's fun to brag about it, right? I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. So sorry. Oh, come on. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Yeah, I am really enjoying this one. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Yeah. Voice detections are good, have I seen the... Well, that's... YouTube's personal voice detection. You know, the ones that's actually good. They will use that to find, you know, all the right-wing, the far-right people and all the Nazis, all the races, you know. The ones we get for the generated captions, that's something else that they don't want because it's cheaper to maintain, you know. The ones they have is, you know, it's just there. They don't have to multiply its programs. They only have one guy operating it, it seems. And all the others, there's like 3 million people, something. Yeah, money. It's all about the money. I mean, how else would they detect us swearing too much? They might as well use the bad voice detectors, and then they'll still find out that we're cursing a lot. And then whoop-de-whoop, no money for me. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. I feel like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Ah, that's a nice picture. So that's how we're doing it. Wait, they have computers in their classrooms? What the hell? that's not legal. There's one guy that is sitting right there. He can't even stretch his legs before he just hit the damn PC all the time. Oh, that poor guy. Like, more people have been swearing since 2012. YouTube should be used to it. But it's not family friendly. I mean, child friendly. Swearing is bad. They don't care if I'm foreign. I'm not American, so I can't not swear. Because if you're a German here, you live swearing your whole life, because the words you're using, you swear, and it's plausible to use on tests because it's German language. It's cultural reasons that we can swear a lot and not get banned for it. Some words can't be said. I think anyone knows what those would be. That's her hand. One of them, yep. Let me see the chat window. Okay, so it's not... Yeah, okay, it's good. It's still good this way. The chat and the Twitter and stuff. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb. How big is the book? It's not a book, that's a freaking pamphlet. how it stretches. Between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm and on the right side of the book. That said, that way I turn a page, Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you okay? To turn the page. Right, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably at the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. Can you still find the original UI custom edition comes with? Yeah, on Halo maps, in the custom edition section, you go to the bottom left. There's the blue text. You'll see original files, something like that. In the original files that come with the game, Blood Goat, Sidewinder, Beaver Creek, Battle Creek. Those are there, especially the UI. Even the installer. I guess the official Halo C files, it's somewhere there. You can even search in there UI.map. That's simple. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate child exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over her side as she catches it with her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not that I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Storm, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I'm more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Thank God the mood is broken. We need more GTA maps for Halo. Then we can wait for Jesse's Urban then. Still waiting. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. Oh, now it's happening? You serious? Monica? Really? We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer if I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. Huh. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up and make a mental note of where I left in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Who am I and what have I done with Storm? You're 12 and dumb, so you don't know. No one knows. Storm was now left under fire because he made 3 videos in 3 days, so he is now under in a swimming pool cooling off because he never did so much work in less time. I guess. So I'm taking over. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. The relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much more inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral note. Ah, okay. Leaf, that's what they call a piece of paper there too. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching to their bags. I do the same myself. So who should I show my poem to first? Well, that's a dumb question. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth and then ends up covering her whole face. Oh, he's going to hate me. Damn. There is original Halo CE maps. I think that's. Are there sizes? Then oh no, Halo CE maps. That's not what you're looking for. You just look for something that says files. That should be it. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. Even official Halo CFS doesn't have it? Really? I'm clueless now. I just search for UI.map ideas. Storm got possessed by the weeb soul of Dea. Pure. Weeb soul of Dea. Now that's something I will Google later. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors that indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Yeah, that kinda seems that way. Someone got possessed by the weebsel of death. Now that's what I like. I'd rather have some kind of skeleton angel wings be possessing me than some other thing. Skeletons, it's October, it's almost gonna be spooky day. Spooky wind day. Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. It's actually my first time, really. Or for real life Storm, that's the second time. Is this a visual novel? Gleaming Circuits? Yes. This is the newest visual novel on Steam, which is for free. And the reason why I'm so interested in it is because I've only heard praise from it. Then I looked into it, and it seems like the game is rated T, but it has no sexual content in it. But it has the tag psychological horror. And that just sets me up. Because I like me some surprises, and I'm very spoiler free here. Super spoiler free, in fact. So I'm very excited to see what comes out of this. You want to come inside Storm and Blackbird? Well, you gotta have to ask Blackbird for that matter then. Let's see. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned that to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. Did I do that the first time I wrote something? I guess I kinda did. My horror story had self-narration and a third-person narrator. I don't know why I did that. I think that was kind of dumb of me, though. There seriously only needs to be one narrator at a time. That seemed to happen. Do I stream visual novels? There are good ones out there. No, this is the first visual novel I'm ever gonna be streaming, because all the rest have all the cheeky, bricky, uncensored boobies. So, but I've played lots of visual novels before, because I'm interested in stories, especially horror ones. You have a waifu pillow of me? There are waifu pillows of me? Damn, I need to buy them for myself. You all know Storm likes underboobs. Damn straight. Halo C anniversary maps. Oh yeah, you went to... I'm assuming Altus gave you that. Oh yeah, this site has all files from the Halo games that you see there, so that anyone can rip it. Because so that you can tell the people who keep on asking you where to get Halo 4 maps, this is the site. No one knows about the site, which is good. 2D or 3D? Who's my waifu? I can ask my fiance about that. A friend told you you were gonna buy you a mousepad with boob. Ah, yeah. You're pretty dyslexic today. Ah, he was going to buy you a mousepad with boobies. I want one too. You thought you can play these LCM maps? Well, you can try, but there's no but. Where's the big but there? Is my fiance 2D? Well, my hands feel it, so there. I kind of wish it'd be 2.5D though, cause Crash Bandicoot. You know, most have sexual content, but there are some good ones without the nudity. There's a novel database. I can definitely explore a lot. Maybe if the interest is really high on visual novels, I might as well go with it. We'll see. As for now, we need to explore this one. Let's see what kind of melancholy this will give us. The end result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. Trial and error, that's how we like it. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, but to me, or to Natsuki. You mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Your smile is dreamly, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. You all know why all the anime visual novels on Steam are so extremely cheap. People prefer to keep their dignity instead of playing that. Yeah, that's true. You don't expect some you know, when were the first visual novels ever put on Steam? I'm pretty sure back then the super duper hyper FPS players were very reluctant to play them, but only in offline mode. People having dignity, more like pride. A lot of pride. Gamers have lots of pride. They have friends that know that you have pride. You have to keep them, or you'll be content copped by a big boy. You get content copped for being a small boy. Have I played Halo 1.5? No, never have. But thank goodness Stuntman gives me the experience. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. Okay, I can definitely get this handwriting. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm's breathing air. Calm's breathing air. Calm's breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. The hell? Those are poems, huh? Stream Neko Power Volume 3. I'm pretty sure that has a lot of sexual content, so YouTube will definitely not bear with me with that. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. No biggie. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. No, you doofus, you did think that. I know it, because I'm you. I am you. My I is you. But it took you a long time to read. I can explain that. Those Xbox ported maps are cool as fuck. Never had the chance to play multiplayer on the original Halo on Xbox. Me neither, only split screened on it. But it was always hell fun, because Blackbird back then always kept on looking at others' screens, even though he keeps on denying it, but it's always fun. It's always so fun to do so. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. I didn't expect it to be that short though. Might as well read it again another one sometime. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Yes, do it. Do longer poems, please. Not at all. Come on. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? What? Actually, the story isn't about the ghost at all, Storm. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Yeah, I definitely did. I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. A spoopy ghost. If only the ghosts were spoopy, right? Then we wouldn't be holding that piece of paper anytime soon. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot of solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours are impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Storm. Me too. That was a long pause. Nice. What kind of split screen is better, the one that goes horizontally or vertical ones like in COD? There are vertical ones? I thought that there's no other way to play than horizontally. Go home, be a COD man. Jeez, I have nightmares with COD now. Ever since I've stupidly pre-ordered Ghosts. You know, let me save so that I can make sure that I don't die somewhere, then never load the game again. Okay, who should I show my poem to next? Actually, I will take a leak in the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay, Doki, time to get back to reading all the poems in the world. How are the spawn points in this game? This one? Unless it's that one mod for Stalker, I hope I don't lose my save file when I die. Okay, so since Yuri said Natsuki will be very biased, I might as well go with it. Did I make the right decision here? Storm, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Oh, shit. Painful to think about it. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each other their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Now this is very short. I guess. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. You see... What? I don't know what to say about this. This is very, very simple. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. No, you don't. What? Just be honest. I am. You're so convinced that I wouldn't like it. Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Well, I guess it did. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, and then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. That was fast. Okay, let me just decide by coin here. Okay, let's see. Heads for Sayori, tails for Monika. Tails. Okay, Monika, your turn. Hi, Storm. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Storm. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of bear that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. Great job, Storm. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to give everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some efforts. Haha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Yeah, I can definitely tell. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple, direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, but allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances, it can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at its point. I really never ask though. I'm pretty sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Guy was 1v1 with Wad, board just you suck. Mean on good maps you fucks. That can sometimes happen. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm pretty sure I end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ahaha. Ahaha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. GG, this is good. Cause I can scroll, this is long. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the sparkle these words, seriously. See the direction the is this sparkle or spackle? Ah, spackle protrudes. Protrudes. Fuck's sake. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Oh man, this is good. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback for. I said porn instead of poem. Really? How long I'll be streaming for? Until I feel hungry. And then I'll continue afterwards, maybe. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Is that poem about vagina? It was about retina, so yes. A bunch of holes, and she was only looking out and he was looking in. I just ate watermelons though. Yes, I did. But watermelons don't have mass. You just eat them. It goes through and it turns to piss. It's not, you know, it's not food. It's nourishment. Unless you eat a whole watermelon, I guess you can call it dinner. Definitely breakfast though. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. And why do you have to make me say it again? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Yeah, that's what you do in every exam you do that is you know, language studies. I'm pretty sure pretty sure every one of my German exams is basically this method. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later, because they don't. The thing is, here they do not correct you for using wrong words. They only correct right words. So eventually you'll have something written that's actually correct and meaningful and stuff like that, and that will be counted more than the wrong things you write. And another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark bottle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Jeez, he's a freaking teacher figure here. Okay, sir, you're last to go. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Storm. Fucking hell, the bias is here. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Just like Altus with Lewis scripting, it seems. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Oh my god, jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a storm poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Storm. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Wow. Half of this is probably the main character. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? Oh, nice. No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it wasn't a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew! I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing skills. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. A Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. You like that Star Wars transition style? Oh, all things going black? Oh yeah, definitely Star Wars. Switched planets, switched galaxies, whoosh. I will see more there. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. I can imagine these two's tastes in poetry is the complete opposite. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be true? Like, how can it be cute? Oh, I get it. No, man. I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice, you say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Storm did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Storm liked my poem too, you know. He even told me how he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh shit! Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Storm appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Storm started showing. Oh no, she's going that route. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I can't anymore. Oh my god. This is exactly what I imagined this to be. No, it's come to this. Oh god. You know, I'll just return the watermelons to the trash before they rot before my face because I keep on spitting on them. I'll be right back. Alright, I think I've healed myself from this, so let's continue on. I don't like fighting, guys! Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Storm! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force him to have them figure it out. Yeah, I guess that's true, and a lot of things. Like, I didn't get hers at all at the first glance. Help me explain that to her, Storm. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep, expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only necessarily limiting yourself, it's also waste. You understand that, right, Storm? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Miss Sayori. Of course that's going to be. Yeah, this is going to be very tricky, but... Okay, that's overwritten. Right, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the Yuri route this time, because writing styles are the same, so we'll go with that first. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait! It's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what had happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're probably putting feelings into it. And it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. Oh, I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you look it way too far. Yuri means well. And if you just told her how you felt... Damn, Storm stealing your waifu. What? You already switched away? What about Fubi? What happens to that? your ship-shaping stories are all this. We're supposed to be writing our own manga together. And Gonza as well. Your other waifu. Wait a minute. Then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Whoa. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Yeah. Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands when she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri! How could anyone have not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You wanted it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I'll believe you. Thanks, Storm, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said. But about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Storm, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Storm, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hehehe. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say that I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No! That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. You know, Storm, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Huh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her. It's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Here we go, part 2. Might as well pick the ones I like in a story, I guess. Or in a poem. Nibble, heaven sent silly, Moses misfortune. Isn't this the same thing as before? Well, I might as well just go with it. Anxiety, death. Calm, hard games, lucky, horror, duh. Rose tears, lust climax. Flower, tenacious scars. Dance, comfort, sing, swimsuit, alone. Together, question, nature, sparkle, graveyard, fantasy. Uncontrollable, amazing, Fireflies at home. What could it be? Graveyard, definitely not. Fantasy, maybe? I guess. Charm, lazy, Starscape, play, bunny cry, bouncy, massacre. Yes. Jumpy, vertigo, special, fickle, incapable, unstable. Fun memories, electricity, ambient, unstable. Suicide, clouds, vivid, excitement, treasure, anger, candy, infinite, friends, grief, anger. Bubbles, melody, peace, unrequited, rat, chocolate, variance, incongruent, prayer, disoriented. This is a difficult one. Rat. Jump, secretive, vibrant, clumsy, vanilla, strawberry, socks, empty, extraordinary, pleasure, empty. Extreme cheer, agonizing, ribbon, whisper, vivacious, broken, parfait, intellectual, vitality. Well, we got. Let's go with broken. Bed, cheeks, contamination, shame. Loud, colored, anime, rainbow, unrestrained, twirl. Let's go with shame. Giggle, pout, sadness, holiday, destiny, aura, sunset, warm sensation, journey. This is sadness, I guess. Depression, inferno, rain cloud, happiness, kawaii, beauty, skipping time, sunny, infallible, depression. Disown, melancholy, landscape, email, dark, boop. Judgment, Doki Doki, imagine love, dark. Captive, hot, desire, sweet. Dazzle, adventure, spinning, pure, philosophy, heartbeat. Oh, what the hell? Philosophy, I guess. Dream, summer, entropy, marshmallow, awesome, determination, pink, tragedy, of course, determination. Existence. Fester. Hopeless. Hopeless. Crimson puppy. Whistle blanket. Waterfall poof. Joy. Essence. Despise. Daydream. Let's say crimson. All that I'd like in my own poem. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. It's gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room and the usual scene greets me. Hi Storm. Yo Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. It's not like you at all. I have my reasons. So why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? Oh, you got no cash? Oh man. No reason really. I just want to look at it. Sarah nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and it gets open. And then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill out the desk. Only 2 small coins fall flat. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more. You're always hungry. Since so, that only leaves one option. Wow. Wow. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. God. Hey, Sharp, welcome back. Yuri suddenly giggles. Didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Storm to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. God, wrath of gods right there. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right though. You did something bad. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Oh damn! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Smacks in her face. Oh, what was? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Oh, it's Natsuki, of course. I was just gonna give it to you. What be this? This is Doki Doki Literature Club. One of it's a really new game, new visual novel on Steam, which is for free. And what got me interested in this is that it's teen rated, but it has no sexual content. And then I look further into it, and one of the tags contains psychological horror. Everything about this is really cute. But seeing that kind of tag in here, that got me hooked up. And all the reviews, I only hear good things about this, so I am interested in this. Thank goodness all those reviews were spoiler free, so I am also spoiler free going into this. And since it's for free, it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be regretful getting onto this. We might as well go buy it. You are horrified by this. Don't worry, we can be horrifying. Or we can be horrified together. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki. You're here waiting for a plot twist full of blood. Could it be blood? Then it should be rated M for mature. Could it be blood? Could it be? How much then? That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat the cookie! Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and gives a big bite. So good! Hmm? Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki leaves a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I also play in good maps with Fox servers. Yeah, but you know, sometimes when there are test sessions, I would go into theirs. But most of the time, they will only ask people to play when I'm sleeping or at work, so there's never really a chance for me to do something there. I'll just wait around though. I can wait. And besides, I am very busy in everything else. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful Sayori trots away to safety. You and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Indeed. Ugh, where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Sayori's back that quickly. Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. It's funny because you're actually eating cookies. Not donuts anymore? What are the coincidences? I don't think she has a... Oh, that's what they're pointing at now, eh? I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Damn, shots fired at yourself. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Boom. Sorry, I'm really sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chooses the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. I don't know. Something about this is about to constantly happen. Her being late, her being... Maybe there's something behind that. If I can get a route with her, probably there will be stories around that. Yeah, I don't know. Well, something is... That's the first clue I can deceive out of the psychological horror tag. This is the first clue, it seems. Never mind that. What helped you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall, or that. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must have not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really... I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You could play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds good. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Storm. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book. Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey Yuri. Eh? I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Oh snap. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. Ooh. You were just in an infinite grenades laggy camping tanks server known as the Ash Clan. Ugh, not the Ash Clan. You always have to be attracted to Blood Goat servers. You can you know, at peak times you can just wait in a custom map, people will then join. Time after time that always works, but people nowadays don't have patience, which is why they always ask Altis for a big ass build and then they leak it, because they can't wait for another version after that, because Altis works hard and not them. Because patience is not allowed today. But anyways, she has patience. I was kind of waiting just for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make my reading time here any better. It's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as he retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. The kind with the filter inside. Ooh, they get filters. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri handles me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Well, just Yuri was going to make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you have to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Storm in club activities? Damn, shots fired, girl. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Let's go, Storm. Jeez, what an entitled lady this is, but that's awesome. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Wow. Oh, that was the transition, the typical Star Wars one. The Chinese servers are down, that's what they get for having big ass mod 23. Is that even downloadable? How do you even get that that build. That's supposed to happen. Halo 2 Paula's dev is never working for you. You've gone to make a virtual bot with Windows to try and find out memories low as fuck. Huh? What the hell is a Paulus dev? Did you really went to Project Cartographer? Pretty sure they have everything you need there. Never heard of a Paulus dev. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. Oh man, I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri. Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. Wow. It's the Halo 2 dev mod trainer. I never know that exists, but well, you're on your own there, because I never used trainers other than the first time I played Halo. Well, the first time I found a trainer, and then I just got hooked with it, and then I just learned that they were just basically, you just put in the commands in the console, and that's basically the trainer. It's a lazy man's console command. Right. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge other people like that. Storm, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them anyway. But you're always amplifying things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Storm, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel like I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we filled up the water pitcher, we returned to the classroom. Storm, do you like oolong tea? I don't like any tea. So fuck off. Yeah, anything's fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making a tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed? I was doing a lot of thinking, and I decided I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Storm. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know how I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Storm, I have another request. Oh boy. You wanna explore and have fun with skulls. You're questioning what you're doing with your life at the moment. You're exploring video games we've played, 10 years, 11, 12, 13 years ago. And that game from 13 years ago was the best. Of the best. Because Halo was awesome. Now it's a merchandising prick. Storm, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Oh really? What's that? It's a little bit more easy on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Ah, sorry, I didn't realize that. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Hope that's natural, or is that another clue at psychological horror? Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's mostly likely because of my... Well, that's another clue. Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture. That's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. Hey, Chris Wright, welcome back. She wants to bend over for me, not the book. Gee. Someone ate your fucking mooncake. Now you need to have someone barf it out so you can eat it again. Give us some action, game. Romance, bloody plot twist. You don't care, just give me something, game. You're impatient as well. Maybe. I said posture. Is there another way to say it? Posture? Posture. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a small bag of chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it will go well with the tea. You and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time. We each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri, you're always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand, that's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Ow. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. Yeah, you're right. Is the stream not loading? It's fixed. What? Really? It's not loading? Okay, hold on. Okay, back on track. Maybe YouTube still cannot change how to do its live stream, so I'll have to do that over and over again. Because I feel less competent with YouTube's tech IT monkeys going around. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Well, oh, I thought it was snowing, but that's just the dust reflected by the sunlight. That's very sweet too. Thought this game would be entirely immovable 2D. This is sweet. This is sweet as well. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's are already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop there. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. I don't know, but this is just so silly to me. It's like she's eating a necklace, but the handle first, and then the actual the piece of the necklace. What even is this? This is Doki Doki Literature Club. It's the newest visual novel on Steam, and it's free to play. Wait, am I imagining, or is her eyelids changing? I don't know, just keep staring at her eye. There's something going on there. Yep, there it is. That's amazing. Alright, so the thing about this visual novel that got me attracted, not only is it free to play, oh, don't get me wrong, that's how you attract people into video games nowadays, but it's rated T, but it has no sexual content like all the other visual novels on Steam have. The one thing that makes it rated T is the one tag, psychological horror. And this game is being so cute as it is, I am very tense to find out what it is. And this is exactly why. Well, also because the reviews just say nothing bad about this game, just everything is just good. It's best played blind as well, so we're gonna get this on the go. I'm attracted by the boobs, don't lie. Yup. There's always a reason, and I do like me some meat. But the story is always important there, right? Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Eh? She just noticed it now. This game is horror-filled with 4 FPS players. But it is first-person shooter after all. First person I shoot with my mouse click. I don't know what's wrong with that. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Storm? Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, we're just helping. It's something that friends do, right? I mean, that not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. The stream is loading for you? Oh, damn YouTube. Or it's the Russian hackers. Let's do it again then. Let's do it again, shall we? Screw the Russian hackers. Maybe the Spooky Forest in C10. Or the Slender map. Oh, that is a Halloween map I would want to play. Just for... because Slender map is... it's a thing of its own. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Excuse me. Yuri tries to return the book, but I can tell just by her expression that she even can't focus now. My heart is pounding. Nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. It's different this time. I take the chocolate, place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Oh shit, that scared me. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Storm, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Why doesn't anyone question why the flood is called the flood? We're pretty sure the first... Who said the name flood first? Wasn't it the monitor? Wasn't it Filthy Spark? If he calls it that, then everyone calls it that. Simple. It's like it's the because they flood your home. Exactly that. Or it's probably the Magellan effect. If it's called that, then everyone will call it that, and then it's correct. That's why everyone calls it Holland, not Netherlands. I was about to type that. Don't let them flood your homes. That's right, all the hurricanes down the south of the US border are all spreading flood. You gotta sleep now. You got school tomorrow, I'm assuming same time tomorrow? We'll see. I have to make another video tomorrow, so I might not be. Or I've already made the video, who knows? We'll see then. And good night, Nugget. If I were you, you would catch Monica. Damn, Gonza, you also like lots of meat? You sure do. Destroyed my stuff. The Flood definitely do that, but not only that, they also eat our stuff. That's what we don't like about them. To make those videos from game nights and streams. Game nights. They're very important to keep the fluctuality going, you know? Those are where the footage are coming from. From the streams, I would dare not to. If there's anyone who will edit the videos from streams, I would reluctantly hire them, but, you know, it's... all the videos are from game nights. Okie dokie game night this Friday. Yes! Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who should I show my poem first? Well, since we're already there, let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Storm, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. That doesn't sound right at all. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. Ah, Chris writes, but gonna take off. Take care, mate, then. And have fun at church, because everyone apparently is going to church. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Is that another clue? Did she murder her friends or something? Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Oh, this is much longer, I appreciate that. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconsciousness well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread was hungry curiosity, the raccoon an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon always excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, a classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feel myself again. Damn straight. That's a nice poem right there. It's longer than last time, which I really do like. And where am I at? On the second day. Yes, I am. Oh, did you find the stream from the game I'm streaming from, or the games for streaming, something like that? That means the game does exist if you search it on YouTube. Sweet. Yeah, that's how it goes. While people go to church, you go swimming. You can still swim in Sweden? Really? It's freaking cloudy and cold outside here. Well, I'm on the Alps anyway. This is hot. Way too hot. Even the chocolate was melting when I gave it to her. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. You were curious, and you found the game being played live on YouTube, so you thought perfect. I was really shocked. I'm really shocked at that, because when you go to options in YouTube when the live streams, you can pick a game, and then that game will be portrayed in the description, and usually there is always a game that you're streaming that you want to stream that's in there. But Doki Literature Club is not in the list of YouTube games, so I was very curious if it actually would work. And then in the end, I guess it did work. Nice. I should live stream SBB 3. Nah, I should not. That deserves its own kind of videos, you know. If I stream it, then I have already spoiled myself to do the review, so it's not really meant for it. And besides, YouTube is filled with SBB3 videos as it is now. Not enough room for anything for me there. Like, you know, streams from popular YouTubers already, and there's nothing I can do about that. It already gets the popularity it deserves, so I can't do anything there. That's right, it's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I just wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because I murdered everyone who hated them. I mean, they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Storm? Well, I guess I do. No, you don't. You keep on saying people that you make YouTube videos. There's no shame doing that. Or there is, I don't know. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. What's my favorite custom edition map? Whoa, that's a question I've been asked a lot. But the sensible answer would be my favorite custom edition map is going to be made. Because then my favorite custom edition map will always be made. It'll always be made. If I pick no sides, then no one will stop making my favorite map, right? It will continue on and we'll always have good maps, right though. And really, it really is still being made. No denying that. The technologies on Halo Custom Edition is just getting, like, ever since Chimera, it's now going rocket sky high. There's lots of possibilities there. We'll just have to wait till everything's settled. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, even if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Storm. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Damn, Yuri is just going up and up to this scale of me going to her route. I think I'm already at that, because I chose the poem taste to my tastes. And then it just happened to be Yuri's also. Have I tried the map Cold Snap? Oh, that's a question you can ask anyone and they'll say yes. Heck, I've even been there when Tiamat released it, and I played with him loads of times. The creator of the map, by the way. That was way in the past though. You're losing your mind at the moment. Because you need to read literature, mate. read a lot of books so you can make your parents happy, because they totally want you to keep reading books and not do drugs, or drink, or become a hoe, or you get hoes. That's also what they want you to do. It's too scary. Okay, so I'm gonna go the usual route. Natsuki is next. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. I'm trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's just going to sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this one until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stopped short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down, lady. You know, Yuri would love this angsty. Just because he's a touted writer doesn't mean I mean... looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though. What I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you write it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was determined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Oh, I didn't get to read hers. Damn, I made some people mad. This game I'm playing is Halo 6. Didn't expect that, eh? You start the game by playing a visual novel, getting through the offices of the Halo headquarters or whatever they have in the UNSC, just to try and get out of there to start your FPS adventures. Or not. Okay, what do I do next? Monica, right. Hi again, Storm. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the image is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. But when she's talking about literature, it's just a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep it so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Oh, damn. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, what's my favorite Halo game? Obviously, it's gotta be Halo Cosmos Edition at this point. But the most amount of time I had fun with on, like, you know, when it came out and then that just played through its lifetime, Halo 2 is always my get-go. Because I enjoyed Halo 1, and then when Halo 2 came out, getting my own Xbox, playing it on Xbox Live, oh man, that was non-stop overnight, and thank goodness I was Totally not dead at the other waters there, but I had a pretty good schedule to play the game on, man. Halo 2 gave me a good time. Sadly, Halo 3 came out when I was returning to this country trying to find a job, and I couldn't play it, so I don't have experiences of other people playing Halo 3 when it came out, but maybe if I had, I could have said a different thing, but Halo 2 is so good. Halo 2 is extremely fun with dev mod, because you can stop time and enable skulls and stuff, which makes it really fun to explore outside the map. Hope you don't find a scarab gun, or you'll definitely break the game. Okay, let's continue with her poem. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. Noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless, and then load me. What? Load me. I didn't expect that. Really? This is an interesting piece. Save me, load me. Oh! Okay, hold on, I need to reread this. Stop flashing. Green light, blue, and endless cover, meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, breathing waveform. The squeaking, there's nothing like playing shower. An endless poem of meaningless. Is this supposed to be a poem about visual novels? I am getting the... I am getting this vibe. All of this. And by save me, it means saving this. That's what she meant. Load me, the same thing. That's one thing I noticed. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It feels hard for me to tell what it's about though. I can. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Is this not breaking a lot of walls right now? You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? You see, I still didn't go as far as you did. Come on, I'm doing my best to stroll through. I am reading everything, you know. I mean, the proper visual novel player would not be looking forward to any of this and just goes for auto forward time max. Well, we ain't that, right? Look, the skip button is even not available because I turned it off. What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. It's like she's acting like the fairy figure from Legend of Zelda. You read visual novels and mangas very slowly yourself. Ah, like me then. We're not fast readers, aren't we? We're not those people with straight A's in their exams. Your review of the game is the horror game gave you a heart attack, but you only played 20 minutes of it. That could be one thing about psychological horror. Yeah, well, for this game, you expect something horrible to happen, and you keep on waiting and waiting, and then you get a heart attack. Well, I guess that's the horror that you get from the game. Someone confirmed that that game has that terror type for one good reason, so it seems that it won't be a trolling from the Steam community. Not with the ratings it gets. I mean, it's very positive. I think I did not see any thumbs down from this game. Just like Call of Duty World War II. I mean, I think they deleted all the criticisms of that game anyway. I think that's normal to do, right? Am I right? Oh! I like this one, Storm. It has some nice feelings in it. Ah, I'm glad. Still, though, your tone makes it sound like you like yesterday's poem better. I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good. Well, just don't try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, then I just rather hear it. No, I still like this one, I promise. You know, I wouldn't lie to you, Storm. Never ever. Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one, then? Well, it's not very good at figuring out if I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. And again, I guess conveying feelings is an important part of this whole thing. Then maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Ah, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? It's the word I'm looking for. Bittersweet. I think she's into Netorare, guys. Yeah, I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. Sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Eh? It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Storm. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Wow, everyone's keep getting longer and longer. So it looks like she would be a good waifu. I'm not really impressed by her, to be honest. I am not really a fan of these childhood characters. Like, they're just a pain. The fuck is this? This is Doki Doki Literature Club, a free-to-play visual novel game. Well, the newest visual novel on Steam, which is for free. That caught my eye at first, and then I noticed something about this visual novel that actually wanted me to go and stream over this. So, first of all, this game is rated T. But, yeah, like a lot of visual novels, so what else? Well, this game has no sexual content, which all of the other visual novels have. But what makes it rated T? Well, it's because it has a certain tag in there, psychological horror. So that caught my eye, and all the reviews say they only say good things about this game. So I haven't played visual novels in a while, but I think this is the time that I get into it. Like seriously, the last one was Katawa Shouju. Nah, that got me riled up. But that's also for free. Indeed. Just to go for the other ones as well. Well. Bottles. About bottles? Okay. Do I like Arnold Schwarzenegger? He is the best. The most amazing. I mean, there are people here. There are not a lot of people here, but a lot of people in Germany also want this kind of American dream. but there is not a lot of there are not a lot of figures that you can look up to that, you know, are German. Like from my past, I see two German-speaking guys that have that could be our, you know, figures of this American dream as a German. The first guy was Alex Wright in WCW. He lived the American life, American dream, and the other one was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger being the most profitable one of them all. Sure, he's Austrian, but god damn did he live the American dream. He is just the figure of us Germans, just going to America and doing things that you love to do. Quite surprisingly, both of Alex Wright and Arnold Schwarzenegger both do acting in a similar passion. Storm, do the voice! When exactly did I play Katava Soju? When it released, I immediately clicked on it because I liked the art style. And then it got further and further, and I saw a lot of things I shouldn't have seen, but I got used to it. And especially the bad ending. Oh, the bad ending was very uncomfortable. I like that. I like Katava Shoujo a lot too. It had a lot of story elements that weren't nonsense like Black Bible, but you know. Okay. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes a friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. A certain way, save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scrapping and scrapping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked door. Finally, all done. I open up and comes my friends. If they come in such a hurry, do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards, all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They are all shouting, pleading something. But that I hear is echo, echo, echo inside my head. Oh, this is pretty dark as well. So this is a poem about popular people. This is having too many bottles, aka having too many friends. There are some times where you just can't hold all of them at once, and then you let one go. It shatters against the tile between my feet. Now this is pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. A lot of metaphors going on around, but still, it's pretty sweet. Holy crap! Same thoughts. Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings lately. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty you've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? Hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sarah's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it more than a week or later. Wow, like my music tastes. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing this passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've been designing some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that sounds great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it yet already. We're going to be performing. Oh, performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting in all of the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys? No, Sayori. Understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago? It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's all about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And if those reasons that we're all in this club today, don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. If all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. That's when Yuri remains silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me to no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask, but I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get over with it. We need a literature chat room in our Discord now. Hashtag literature, where we only post an image of us writing something on Notepad, or any piece of paper for that matter. Any poem for that case. And that's sweet. Shitposts. It could end up in shitposts indeed. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, that's just too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect it to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. You got a poem for us. Oh, roses are red, violets are blue. You don't know how to make a poem? A microwave. Blah. Roses are red, violets are blue. Literature is for nerds. Roses are red, grass is greener. When I think if I play with my wiener. That's... Nugget already posted that a couple of hours ago. Same guy, probably from the same guy from Pornhub too. Have we all just googled poems or something? Then that's the first result. Because now you're a nerd too. We're all you become a nerd when doing poems, reading books. Oh, I dig, you dig, we dig. The most simple poem in the world. They dig, he dig. This poem means nothing, but it's very dig. It's very dig. And that's how we win freaking Nobel Prizes here. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before? Or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an immense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. Roses are red, violets are blue. God made me sexy. What happened to you? Too much you at the end. To the original. Way too many of that with you at the end. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Whoa, that's... Oh boy. Found something cool about spooky skeletons. Oh god, if I click that, I'll destroy my internet though. And the live stream. Which means I'll click on it. Let's see, do I have something here? No, I don't. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Huh. Better love story than Twilight. Oh my. That is too spoopy for me. Oh wow, now I turn to this. Right. Remove. R.I.P. the school skeletons. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm a dog. The silence around the room. Expected. Is no one invited a dog in their convention? Okay, Yuri has gone gung-ho, which means something is wrong. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quite quickly over the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that the insinuities, yeah, it's a hard word, with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. So Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sorry, Yuri. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. So Yuri begins her poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. Yuri is hot, so Yuri is alright too. Alright too. Just a massive ribbon though. It's bigger than a lot of her everything. Like, holy crap. Do you make ribbons this big? Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem is aimlessly cheerily like Sayori is. It's serene, bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think of much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew true and true. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Storm liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, if I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery won't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then, next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who is next? Oh god, this is the next turning point, isn't it? Roses are red, violets are blue. I have 5 fingers, but tonight you'll get 2! God damn it. Storm playing a hentai game. Well, there is no nudity in this game, or no such sexual content. Which is why I'm allowed to stream this game too. Thank goodness for that too. I mean, I wish I could have streamed Black Bible, but nah, YouTube would not allow that. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Storm. It's not that I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Storm lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something I'll improve over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... It's called... But why are you all looking at me? That's because we're supposed to. Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a deep breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. And the words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, wasn't it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess that's the case. You won't have much to worry about for the festival. That's it. I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting on all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sawyer and Monica. I'll do the best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, we make such a big deal of it. It must be a little nice though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Storm, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean... Sayori fumbles with her own words. So, let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're putting me in... You're putting me on the spot here. Oh, I see. This is one part of the gravy train. Well, since it's already organically going to Yuri anyway, I mean my poem, so I might as well go along with it. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she beautiful and smart? It has nothing to do with what I just said. Oh, don't sweat it out, Storm. You know you like a lot of meat. There's a lot of meat in her, twice as much as Sayori's. You admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I'd just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sayori. I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone's different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me. It's such a weird question. I can't just lie to her. But if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. And again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay guys, I am hungry as fuck and I want to end it right there for now, but I will continue after I eat, so I'll see you guys in a couple of nuisance. So, see ya.